This lesson's on Algebra 1, Lesson 58, factoring trinomials. The objective students will factor trinomials with coefficient of 1. The reason why we're learning this today is we're going to think backwards. The last couple of lessons I taught you how to multiply a plus 6 times a minus 5, right? And when we do this, you multiply, you got a times a is a squared. A times negative 5 is negative 5a. You got 6 times a is positive 6a. And then positive 6 times negative 5 is negative 30. Combining like terms, you get a squared plus 1a minus 30. Okay. Now this was the answer of a multiplied trinomial. Now we're going to think backwards today. We're going to look at a problem that starts with similarly a squared plus a minus 30. We're going to want to think backwards. How do we get to an answer that has two binomials? We'll look at that today. And of course your answer is going to be this one right here. It's supposed to go right there. So anyways, these are the steps. When you get to step 2, when you draw an X box, you're going to draw an X box like so. And you're going to put the letter A here. This is for your notes. A times C, and then B right here in the middle. Okay? So, write the steps down. I'll give you a moment. Please pause this video here, and we'll keep going right now. Here we go. Okay, so number 1, I'll just show you a couple of them here. Number 1, first thing you want to do is figure out what's your A, B, and C. A is the number that's in front of the x squared term, so it's going to be 1. So it's going to be A is equal to 1. And it's 1 because it's assumed to be 1 when there's no number there. And C is negative 32. So we have A, this is your B, this is your C. Those are the coefficients for the 3. For number 1, you draw the X box after you identify them. So over here and over here is going to be your A. So A and A is going to be 1 and 1. A times C is negative 32. B is negative 4. So we're looking for factors going to add up to negative 4 multiplied negative 32. So we're going to factor negative 32. We know that positive 1 times negative 32 works. Positive 2 times negative 16. Positive 4 times negative 8. Positive 8 times negative 4. Positive 16 times negative 2, and positive 32 times 1, or negative 1, I'm sorry. Then you add these together. We know that this is going to be equal to negative 31, this is equal to negative 14, this is equal to negative 4, this is equal to 8, I'm sorry, not 8, 4, positive 4, this one's equal to 14, and this one's equal to 31. Now, when I look at this, trying to find a sum that adds up to negative 4. So you can see that negative 4 shows up right here on this row. So we're going to use these factors of positive 8 and negative 4. So I'm going to put positive 8 here and negative 4 right here. And then I ask myself, after I put them there, I box them, can I simplify these as fractions? In this example you can't, but there are going to be other examples you will be able to. Then you would write your final answer as two binomials, and basically take the first number, which is going to be 1/8, okay? So you can put 1, and then take the square root of x squared, which is x, so it's going to be 1x plus 8, and then we have 1x minus 4. We know x plus 8 times x minus 4 is our final answer. So that's the simplified factored version. So you want to check your work. You have 8 and negative 4. Sorry, it's not supposed to be 8. This is the wrong factor. It's supposed to be negative 8. Sorry about that. And positive 4. So this is supposed to be not... Let me fix this. This is supposed to be negative 8, I'm sorry. It's supposed to be positive 4. So you should fix that. Fix it over here too. It's supposed to be negative 8. We used the wrong ones. I wasn't paying attention. Sorry about that. It wasn't supposed to be this row. It's supposed to be this row. I wasn't paying attention. Here you go. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, let's do this again. So we got A is equal to 1, B is equal to negative 17, C is equal to 52. So you do an X box now. Got your A is 1. A times C is 52. B is negative 17. Now, I'm looking for something that multiplies to be positive 52, but it's also going to have equal to a negative amount. So I know that a negative times a negative is going to be positive number. So I'm not even going to deal with the positive numbers. I'm just going to do negative times negative. So I know that negative 1 times negative 52 works. Negative 2 times negative 26. Negative 4 times negative 13. Negative, I think that's it. So when I continue here, I'm going to add these up. So it's going to be negative 1 minus 52 is negative 53. Negative 2 minus 26 is negative 28. Negative 4 minus 13 is negative 17. So we're trying to find B, which is negative 17, which you can clearly see down here will work. So the two terms, or the two factors I want to use is negative 4 and negative 13. And since I'm using these two, I'm going to box them as a fraction. Ask myself, can I simplify these at all? No, I can't, so I'm going to use my these two as my factors. So do my 2 parentheses. We know that the first term is going to be 1. Square root of x squared is x, so it's going to be 1x. We're looking at 1x minus 4. Over here we have 1x minus 13. So we got x minus 4 times x minus 13. And that's your final answer for number 2. I'm going to stop there, but we'll work on this some more in the next few lessons. It's a really good method for doing factoring of trinomials. If you could get this down, you will be set for Algebra 1 and 2, because when we factor bigger numbers, you're going to use this method, which really organizes your information quite easily. So that concludes this lesson.